wait, why did one quiet glance feel louder than a public statement? No announcement. No confirmation. No dramatic confession. Just one calm moment, and suddenly the entire fandom froze. Was it just a casual interaction? Or was it the kind of energy you can't fake, even under a million cameras? Hello K-pop lovers, welcome back to Taekook Diary Purple Heart. Okay, we need to talk about this. Because what just happened truly set timelines on fire, made group chats explode, and turned ARMY into full-time detectives all over again. In the middle of all the speculation, all the wild narratives, all the assumptions about distance and change, suddenly, one simple moment appeared, and it felt incredibly powerful. No grand stage. No formal interview. No long clarification. Just togetherness that looked so natural, so calm, that many started asking, was this a secret date night? The names Jungkook and V are never far from the spotlight. Every small movement becomes a headline. Every expression turns into a theory. And recently, we all know the rumors about their relationship have been circulating again. Some said they were growing distant. Some felt the dynamic had changed. Some analyzed every pause a little too deeply. But then this moment happened, and everything felt different. What was most interesting wasn't what they did, but how they looked. There were no exaggerated gestures. No effort to convince anyone. In fact, it was the opposite, everything felt relaxed. Like two people who weren't trying to prove anything. Their body language was synchronized, the way they stood close felt natural. The glances weren't awkward. The small smiles appeared without force. And for many ARMY, that spoke louder than 1,000 words. We often forget that strong relationships aren't always shown through drama. Sometimes strength is seen in calmness. In the way two people can share space without constantly displaying something to the public. In the way they remain comfortable even when the world outside is loud. And that night, what we saw was comfort. Many fans replayed the clip. Slowed it down. Zoomed in. Searched for the tiniest details. But the more you watched, the more it felt like this wasn't about finding big proof. It was about feeling the energy. An energy that wasn't tense. An energy that wasn't forced. An energy that felt stable. And honestly, if a relationship were truly fragile, would it look that calm in a spontaneous moment? Body language isn't easy to control in relaxed situations. Micro-expressions are hard to fake when the camera isn't the main focus. Yet what we saw was synchronization. Like two people who have long understood each other's rhythm. As part of ARMY, it's natural that we care. It's natural to worry when we think we see distance. It's natural to question change. But maybe sometimes we also need to give space. Because behind all the theories, they are still human beings who grow. Who change. Who learn. And change does not always mean separation. An industry as massive as BTS comes with pressure. Tight schedules. Global expectations. Every step watched by millions of eyes. In conditions like that, maintaining connection isn't easy. So when we see a moment that feels warm and stable like this, maybe it isn't something small. Maybe it's the most real form of strength. Was this truly a secret date night? Of course, we can't be sure. We weren't there. We only see small fragments of a bigger story. But what we can see is comfort, and comfort doesn't just appear without a strong foundation. What relieved many fans was the absence of tension. There was no striking distance. No cold aura like some had feared. What we saw instead were two figures still side by side, still aligned, still connected. And maybe the question now isn't is their relationship strong, but why are we so quick to believe rumors before seeing moments like this for ourselves? Because if we look back, this isn't the first time they've answered doubts without long explanations. Time and time again, what silenced uncertainty were simple actions. Unstaged togetherness. Small interactions that felt sincere. As a community, we've grown alongside them. We've watched their journey from the beginning. We know their dynamic isn't always static. But one thing that remains consistent is how they always seem to find their way back to the same point. Sometimes through laughter. Sometimes through silence. But still, they return. And that's what makes this moment feel important, not because of sensation. Not because of theory. But because of the calm that radiated from it. Now I want to ask you. After seeing that moment, what did you feel? Did you sense the same energy? Do you think this is proof that their relationship is still strong? Or do you have a different perspective? Write your thoughts in the comments. I truly want to read your perspectives, because this community always brings thoughtful and sharp analysis. If you agree that their calmness is a form of strength, don't forget to press the like button as your support. And if you don't want to miss updates, analyses, and those small moments that often go unnoticed but carry deep meaning, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications. Because here, we're not just discussing rumors. We're trying to understand. We're trying to look deeper, and we're doing it together, as army who respect each other and move with love. See you in the next video, and remember, sometimes the strongest thing isn't the loudest, but the calmest. Purple Heart.